I wanted to do, this was an unexpected video. This is something I just wanted to share. So a couple days ago, today's Tuesday, so Sunday around 1, I'm at home, I'm chilling, doing my thing, and my daughter calls me. And, when I picked up the phone, she just automatically was just like in a panic. Like she was crying, she was in a panic, she was breathing hard. And I just, when she said mom, and I heard just how emotional she was, her, just trembling mom. And I was like, immediately my hair stood up, like I stood up, I was like, what's wrong, what's wrong, because she was in panic. And she had told me that there was a shooting at her job. And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, mom, I ran outside. I was able to make it outside. And I was like, okay. I said, well, what's going on? And she was just saying she didn't know. People were running everywhere. The parking lot is full. And so as she was talking to me, I could hear the sirens in the background from the police. So when my daughter called me, the police wasn't even on the scene yet. Like this incident had just happened. So as we're talking, I hear the sirens coming closer and closer until it was really loud. And she was like, well, I'm gonna call you back. And I said, okay, call me right back. And I said, you know what, better yet, I'm on my way. And then she said, no, mom, it's too many cars up here. There's people everywhere. It's just a bunch of chaos. I was like, okay, call me right back. Okay. So we hung up. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? So, I'm on Google and I'm trying to Google like a shooting at Walmart, because that's where she works. And I couldn't find anything. And I'm like, okay, so, I mean, I don't understand. So then it was taking her too long. Like 2 minutes to me was too long. So I immediately called her back. And so I hear the sirens blaring and she's talking. And then I'm like, are you okay? Are you fine? And she's like, yeah, mom, I'm fine. The cops are here. The ambulance is here. The fire trucks are here. Everyone's here. All the workers were all together. And I said, well, what happened? Tell me, like, blow by blow, what happened? So she was like, me and my boss were in the back office and we were talking about my schedule. And she said, all of a sudden, we hear someone on the intercom screaming, someone's shooting, someone's shooting. And then she said, her manager was like, is someone joking? Is someone playing a joke on the intercom? And so my daughter was like, I don't know. And she was like, she couldn't even get the no out. That's when she said they heard gunshots, like just boom, 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 boom. So my daughter was like, oh my God. And so her manager was like, okay, well, let's just stay here. And my daughter was like, no, they're going to find us. Like she said, mom, I was just so scared. I thought they were walking through the store. I thought they were kicking in doors. They were going to find us and they were going to kill us. So she ran out of the office and she went into a dark room that was nearby. And so she's like, I'm standing there and I'm just hearing people screaming and I'm hearing stuff being turned over and just a bunch of chaos. And I'm just thinking someone's going to kick in the door. And so she was like, okay, I got to get out of this store. I got to get out of here. So she was like, so I left out of the room. I'm looking around. I saw a fire exit and I went out the fire exit. And so she ended up running from the back of the store around to the front of the parking lot. And that's where she met everyone, and everyone was, in the parking lot, and customers were just running. They were running out with baskets. They were running out with it was just so chaotic, she said. So I was like, okay. She said, well, the cops are here. The news people is here. Don't come up here. It's a lot of traffic. Traffic is backed up. And she said, mom, something's going on at the gas station. I'm looking at the gas station. There's something going on. She said, all the cops have moved from the store to the gas station. And I was like, what? And then so she was like, I don't know. Something's going on. And then she said, mom, I saw the man laid out on the front of in the front of the store. He was laid out, where. And I was like, oh my goodness, oh my gosh, she's only 19, bless her heart. And, um, she was in a panic. She was traumatized. My daughter was in shock. She was just rambling and just going on. Even that night after she had went home, after the incident happened, she immediately went home. She would just kept talking about it and talking about it. And she's like, Mom, I keep hearing the shots in my head. I keep hearing it, and I keep seeing the man, laying down on the ground. So it was very traumatizing for her. So I immediately found a therapist, someone that she can talk to talk about the incident, because it was obvious. Even hours after it happened, she just kept reflecting back and remembering. And I just wanted her to get with a professional that can, I can talk to my child, but there's only so much I can say to comfort her. And I felt I was doing a good job, but I just felt like I just needed that support system of a licensed therapist that knew the keywords, that could get her to that mental mind space that, hey, snap out of it. You're okay. You're home. You're safe. You know, let's just try to move on from this. And so later that night I had spoke with her, and I had told her, I said, I was in the same ordeal you was in. I didn't want her to feel like she was alone. But back in 2014, I worked at a Walmart store, and there was a shooting there, and I was there, and customers were just running all over the place. Everyone was in panic and shock, and they brought the victim inside of the facility, and one of the cashiers proceeded to try to cover his wounds, um, to prevent him from bleeding out. And later we had found that he had passed. So it was very traumatic. And the cashier, she, after it happened, and she was just covered in blood, and she had it on her hands, and she just looked so traumatized. She looked so traumatized. She just walked up to me and said, I'm going home. And I said, okay, go home. And she had to take some time off. It was traumatizing for her. Um, and she was young, and it doesn't matter what age you are. Just seeing it and hearing it, and you're at work, and you feel some sort of safety when you're at work, because you're around people that you're around for 8 to 10, 12, 16 hours a day. And y'all have a relationship of some sort, whether it's verbal or just working together. You see each other on a daily basis, so there's some sort of safety. You're in a building, there's security there's cameras, so you feel safe. And once that safety has been violated, it's just it's hard to adjust, especially if you have to go back. It's hard for someone to adjust going back into that facility and just feeling safe again. When I went back to the store, everything, someone could drop a box on the floor, or someone could start yelling. You're just always on edge. Like, you're always looking around. Someone could dig in their purse for their wallet, or go in their back pocket, and you're just thinking, okay, are they going for a weapon? What are they about to do? Or someone will come in there, and they're upset about something, and they're yelling, and they're like, okay, are they going to be able to calm down, or is this going to escalate to something bigger and worse? So it just took a toll. I mean, I know people, after the incident happened, they switched shifts, they quit, retired. It was just traumatic for them. And I know years after that, during Christmas time, I was really emotional, because it's like I thought about it every day, up until it'll be December. Christmas time is when it happened, and then after. And the only thing that I just felt sorrow, because I'm like, this family is without, their family member now. I would imagine every Christmas season is just hard for them. And so I still think about it to this day. During Christmas time, I think about that family and how they went in to do Christmas shopping, and it was a joyous moment, and everything took a turn for the worse in a matter of a second for them, for all of us. And we never got counseling. No one ever came to the store and talked to us about offering counseling. It was just something, I guess, that happened, and we had to get over it ourselves. And it was hard. I still think about it to this day. So I did that with her. And so with all the chaos, she ended up on the news. So I just wanted to share the article. I want to give um, props to the reporter and Fox 26. I'm not stealing or anything. I'm still learning this YouTube journey, but I did want to share the article, the news report here. So here we go.
Live tonight with details. Natalie.
Well, Tom, we're told that the man who was shot is in stable condition and is expected to survive. Meanwhile, the Harris County Sheriff's Office tells us they do have a suspect in custody. Take a look behind me here. This is the Walmart where all of this unfolded. The business has been roped off and shut down for several hours. All customers and employees inside were evacuated. So Harris County Sheriff's deputies could conduct their investigation. Deputies say this all started around noon as an argument at the back of the store between two men and escalated into a shooting. The suspect apparently pulled out a pistol and shot the victim in the abdomen. Investigators say the suspect then ran across the street into a Murphy gas station and turned himself into law enforcement.
The suspect had barricaded himself, and he also contacted 911 and advised he was inside the business barricaded.
I was in the office and I just heard a whole bunch of gunshots. I heard about like 5 shots maybe, and I heard people yelling, running.
And you can hear from those witnesses, those people inside the store, how panicked they must have been when they heard all those gunshots unfolding. Once again, that suspect taken into custody. He is expected to face criminal charges.
Okay, so that was my daughter speaking about what she had experienced while she was working. And so I'm doing this video on Tuesday myself. I needed a couple days to just let it marinate and to just think how lucky she and the others were to get out safely. And she doesn't want to go back to work. She is frightened. She's worried. She has bills. She has responsibilities. So, it's just not knowing. She's a young girl. She's in college, just working a part-time job and just trying to live her life. And it all could have took a turn for the worse in the matter of a second. And it just saddens me that this happens all the time to innocent people, and it's getting worse. And I've just been comforting her and talking to her, and it's tough. It's really tough, because I have children and they say, Mom, I'm going to the store, and I'm not sure if they're coming back, and it's just scary. So just be on your P's and Q's, guys. I just wanted to share this video, just a teaching and learning video. You're not safe anywhere. Protect yourself at all costs, at all times, and just be safe. Be safe. clench your purses, look around you, you know, have your phone with you, record if you have to, if you're being, you know, encountered by someone or anything of that matter. Just stay safe. Please stay safe. You never know. So that concludes my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.